comes the rain! Oh! Oh! Yes! So one thing that we have been rather fortunate with travelling in the van so far this year has been weather. You know, yes, whenever we were up in Scotland it was minus 20, but it was generally more dry days than wet days. Certainly the trip that we made down to the south coast of England, as you saw, was absolutely roasting. Now, we knew that coming up to Scotland in the autumn time there was the chance of lots of rain, and so far it hasn't been too bad. Today I think is going to be one of those rainy van days, so we're just making some toast. The fabled grilled. And then because of the rain we're going to kind of alter our plans. We're back after looking for owls and things like that, but because of the rain, less chance of seeing the birds fly, so it's Otter day today. So we're going to drive back out of where we are after we've had some breakfast, go through Creek Near into Sailing. I'm going to do a little bit of work because that's one of our little 4G spots, and then head out in the afternoon and see whether we can find some otters. We haven't seen any otters on this trip yet, so fingers crossed. We have a disaster, guys. Nicola's just informed me, so after our smugness last night, after getting the hen harrier and the barn owl, where we were up to 97 birds, she's just informed me that she miscounted and she's actually on 95.
No, I think the truth is, one of mine I couldn't identify between the marsh and the willow tit, and if I show you the picture here, you'll see why. And I still think it counts because it's one of them. But look, they look almost identical.
Bunch of tits.
So...
No.
I'm torn with that one.
So we're back down to 95, guys, basically. So yeah, all of that hard work yesterday getting the marsh harrier or the hen harrier and the short-eared owl, and we still have 5 to go. Seriously, my New Year's Eve, I can see it now, my New Year's Eve we're going to be running around with 1 or 2 birds still to get, and rather than sitting and enjoying a nice little dram bringing in the new year, I'm going to be out foraging around for some sort of nighttime bird. Sounds bizarre. 95. So last night we had our first reasonably good views of otter, and this morning we've woken up to golden eagles.
Right up there, but you can't see it unless you've got bins.
So basically, otter just out here, golden eagles just up there, and in fact, white-tailed eagles over this way. Mull's pretty cool. And what's nice about this viewing of the goldens, they're really just soaring about, so you get really good kind of long views with them, so beautiful. Got an otter. Just using the van as a bit of a hide. Ideal parking place would have been back there, but we did the sensible thing and not pull in behind the car that was already in the passing place. Although I now see another car has done that, so. But otters. Oh, well, really good views of an otter. Driving along just from Pennegill, and where we actually saw one in February. Not sure it's the same one or not, probably not. Actually, we saw 2, but really good views of one. Watched it for about an hour or so. Drove on up the little road, little gnarly road. Always fun whenever you meet someone coming the other way on that one. Past the parking for Benmore. Unfortunately, again, we're not going to be able to get up Benmore. Combination of reasons. Again, leaving Guinness in the van. It's not too warm, but I'm sure if we were here for 5-6 hours. But Nicola, again, with her, it's just a bit of a dodgy ankle going on. So we just pulled in, grabbing a nice cuppa and a nice view to go with it. Nice view.
And to go with nice views and nice cuppers, you always have to have nice treats.
Things of which we're not.
Speak for yourself.
I was. Morning, guys. You know, I'll never, I don't think, get bored of waking up and just having such fantastic views. Oh, just beautiful. Yeah, we're heading back to the campsite to do a day's work, get some washing done, have showers, all that good stuff, clean the van out a bit. Only staying one night this weekend, and I think this may be our last campsite for a while, because I think we're going to try to avoid campsites on Skye and Harrison Lewis. I think there's hopefully good enough connectivity in libraries to allow us to work in those. So yeah, heading back to the campsite today, get all bits and pieces done, do a bit of work, and then we've got the weekend and Monday and Tuesday left on Mull. But I absolutely love stepping out of my front door and having views like this. Just beautiful. A couple of herons fishing over there. Don't see the eagles up as yet, but wow, beautiful. So I think we're going to have to come up with some kind of code when we're apart. Nicola's kind of way down here and we see something. So there was really good views of a white-tailed eagle up here, and of course Nicola's looking out towards the water, and she turned around and I'm kind of pointing up. So I think it's maybe pat your backside for a whitetail, pat your head for a golden for some reason, maybe golden crown or something, and I guess this for an otter. Who knows? Yeah, unfortunately by the time I managed to do the whitetail, had gone, but it was really good views. The sun was on it as well. Got a bit cloudier now though, but just beautiful here. Morning, guys. Weather has taken a furrowed turn, and in fact I think over the next couple of days we're due some stormy conditions. Still on Mull for the next couple of days, but we just realised, yes, we're back to that couple.
I knew I should have got the blue jacket, as you persuaded me to get the matching one.
We literally are dressed from head to foot in the same clothes. I'm even wearing a pair of her pants. Wow, what a morning that was. So literally we had just donned our Harold and Hilda outfits, went outside. Nicola went walking up one of the roads, and all of a sudden the mother and the two cub otters came out pretty much 30-40 foot in front of us. So called Nicola back, she got it on the bins, and I actually wandered out, crawled out a lot of the way, sort of ditched this, got some sort of less obvious clothing on, crawled out and had some phenomenal views. Both had some phenomenal views off the otter. I'll stick a couple of pictures. I'm not a wildlife photographer, but oh my lord, that was very good. Certainly the best.
Definitely
the best views we've seen.
And at one point Nigel and two other photographers were laying watching the mother and two cubs, and behind them, almost doing a jig on the ledge, was a dog otter, massive dog otter. So I was trying to indicate, like, going, look behind you, and waving frantically, and eventually they did turn around. But
yeah, and then the dog otter actually came up and interacted with the female and the cubs. Obviously it's cubs. So all in all, I think we were there for about 4 hours watching them.
Yeah, never seen views like it.
Absolutely
Brilliant.
Stunning. So bingo. So just finished off a little bit of work, just going to get the kettle on, and we're back round to see whether we can see the white-tailed eagles.
But of course, as soon as we get here, it starts raining.
Yes, it's been a very stormy day, but hey, awesome views of otters.
Good excuse to have a cup of tea and some more chocolate cookies.
Tea. Proper windy.
Oh, they're just gulls, are they?
I think it's a buzzard up there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Buzzards!
2 buzzards.
Come on round, you see how stormy it is.
Oh.
Actually, I just realised looking at the video it didn't look that stormy at all, but it is, trust me.
The rain's coming in, look at it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, here comes the rain! Oh!
Oh!
Yes! Wow. You can probably hear it. It's raining pretty hard. The Guinness is getting fed first. And then it's our turn. I'm cooking up a mushroomy, curry, tomatoey awesomeness. But first of all, something peaty. Oh, there is something special about having something smoky with a proper Scottish hooey blowing outside. Oh, and I reckon an episode of Suits tonight. Chopping's almost done. Time for me to get my cooking head on. We often will meet people, as you do, on this trip, and you know we get talking, and we sort of say to them that we're pretty much full time on the road, or at least transitioning to that, and they kind of ask us what we do, and I'm a photographer. Nicola works in graphics, and of course they then turn around and say, "How do you sustain that lifestyle?" And it really does confuse people when we tell them that we're doing something a little bit different. But I've decided that I'm going to freak them out even more by telling them how we make our money on the road is we actually do boudoir photography with Nicola and the cat in the van.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
But I really want to freak people out now because it's very odd. If someone came to me and said that they were a plumber on the road or I wouldn't ask them how they make their money, but it seems to be when you're a photographer or you're doing something just a little bit different, people love to just say, how you make money? So we make money by doing cat stroke woman stroke van life boudoir photography.
You're going to be arrested for saying you do that.
Morning guys, Monday morning, and wow, that was a stormy one.
Certainly was.
Absolutely, the van was rocking last night, and
it wasn't us.
In a metrological way, yes. Anyway, at one point we went outside to have a pee, and for some reason I couldn't shut the door, and I was kind of the side door, and it was like, oh, it won't shut, and I don't know whether I was still half asleep, but I thought for whatever reason that the pressure in here had equalised and I couldn't get the door shut, so I'm like trying to hammer the door shut. Turns out to be one of her plastic shoes, which she was then looking at in here going, why are you doing that to my shoe?
He was like going, look, whoop, whoop.
Anyway, it was a very, very stormy night. In fact, a very, very stormy morning. We had come back here to see whether we could see some more otter views, and we might come back here, but what we're going to do is Nicola's just washed her hair, I'm going to get dressed, we're going to head round to our little 4G spot, do a little bit of work, and then day of wildlife watching, but probably wildlife watching from in or close to the van.
Absolutely.
Anyway, still in Mull. Hope you guys have enjoyed our continued rambles. We're on Mull until Wednesday morning.
Providing the boat sailing.
This is true. So next video we'll probably be making our way towards the ferry and then on up towards Skye. So as usual, it's goodbye from myself.
Goodbye from me.
And I'm sure she would say goodbye, but she seems to be pretty chilled out on the bed. See you later, guys. Bye bye.